It would help if I would turn the mic on, don't you think? Hi everybody, welcome back to But Make It Fashion. I'm Benjamin Crudwig, and this is the show where I create fashion based off of a prompt. So this month it's essentially been art that's been made by my family. So there's a ton of artists in my family, so I just have been going to town and working on creating fashionable outfits out of specific works or in the style that they did. So we're kind of wrapping that up this week. I have today I'll be doing my grandmother's work, and on Wednesday, even though it's not family, might as well be family, my friend Scott over at Adventurers Pack is having me do a thing inspired off of some of his artwork. So, and he's actually currently streaming. So, yeah, I'd be saying hello to them right now, but he's streaming on the other channel. So I'll be doing that one on Wednesday, and then I'll probably do another one on Monday. So anyways, want to say hello to everybody. How are you doing? And I see, yeah, Becca, hi, how are you? I'm doing pretty well. I'm in a weird mood today, and I don't know if it's just Monday or the world being what it is, but I'm doing fine, I guess. And hi, Patty, welcome. Sorry, a cat just jumped up on my lap and is making it very difficult to stay focused. So anyways, I do have a couple of things I've changed or added. I do have a Discord now, and I think, let's see if this works. It does work! So I do have a Discord now where you can come and hang out and chat, and it's my channel only, so you can chat about whatever you want related to me and my work. And I've also posted a gallery over there of all of the past, I don't want to say episodes, but the finished pieces of all of the past episodes that I've done so far. So if you want to check that out, it's under But Make It Fashion Gallery. Oh, you've been having a weird mood there too? See, maybe, I don't know, like, I didn't wake up on the wrong side of bed or anything. Like, I'm in a good mood. I just feel kind of meh about everything, if that makes sense. So I'm sorry you're having a weird mood there too. You know, I guess we'll get through it together, I suppose. Yeah, so not only do I have a Discord, I also finally made my Patreon public. I've been sitting on that for about a year now, and I decided to finally just throw that out there in the world. You know, I'm really working on making my business self-sustaining, and with support from people and fans and stuff, it's that kind of support that helps me do what I do. The other thing that I'll have when we start illustrating is I have a cute little follower tracker. So when I hit 50 followers, I'm eligible to become a Twitch affiliate, which means I get to do a lot more things on my channel. So I'm just trying a whole bunch of new stuff today. So if it doesn't work, we're gonna find out. The other thing is I also have a poll that I think I can try. So you guys get to be my little testers. But before we do any of that, yeah, 2020. I'm just done. I'm done with 2020. So you can see down, let's see, there, way down there, that I have a little tracker that says Path to Affiliate, and we are 26 out of 50 right now, or about 52%. So anybody out there who would like to follow, please hit the follow button. It helps. Every little bit helps. And then I want to try this with you guys. Does this work? Oh, yay, it worked. Okay. So I have a poll, and this is to ask what you guys want me to work on today. We're gonna see if this works. So if you do the exclamation point vote, you have ready to wear, business casual, red carpet, avant-garde, or streetwear. And to work it, you just use exclamation point vote and then one of those acronyms. And you do that in the chat. So, okay, Rowan, say hello and then goodbye. Hello. Goodbye. Okay, so I think you have to do exclamation point vote and then space whatever choice. I don't know if that worked. Did it work? Okay. So that one worked. That's good. I'm like trying to figure all this out on the fly, and it's way easier to do it in front of people, even though it's like kind of awkward. Okay, so we're gonna do avant-garde today. I have no idea. Did that show up on your screen? I don't know. I'll have to watch the playback, but that does mean that we are doing avant-garde work today, so that should be really fun. This is the image, and my lovely sister Becca sent me this because I know I have her work somewhere. I just don't know where after I moved. But this is a watercolor by my grandmother, and so this is my mother's mother, and we're basically almost out of my family members as far as like my mom's side of the family. My sisters haven't sent me anything, but it's still, if you have any art, you're welcome to send it to me, and I'll just keep going into August or into September, because holy crap, we're almost in September. Anyways, so this is the piece. I love the emotion in this piece. It feels very French to me. I don't know, there's just something very French about it. So what I'll try to do, okay, that's bullcrap, you are artsy, but I guess we'll be able to play with stuff in the musical theater realm next month. Yeah, so this seems very, very French to me, very Parisian, so it's actually great that it's avant-garde today, and I think we're gonna have a lot of fun. Mostly I'll probably be playing with color in this piece because, you know, there aren't a lot of forms here for me to go off of, so I guess there's a lot of kind of like flowy stuff that we can figure out. Yeah, so now it's time to do what I always do, which is drop the opacity of this layer, and let's make sure that you can actually see me. There, you can see my lovely globe and my houseplant and my other, well, it's not a houseplant, but I do need more houseplants. That's a lie, I don't really. I want more houseplants, but I have plenty right now. Oops. Oh, I almost forgot to put on my glove. Also, just to let you know, just from these first few minutes, my stream is definitely having connectivity issues, so I apologize in advance if this goes to like the be right back screen pretty frequently. So, anyways, it's too thick. So, I know, besides having a weird day, how is everyone doing? Like, anything exciting happening this week or week? It's too thick. Oh my goodness. So one cool thing about my Patreon is I will be doing fan requests there. So I'll do them on stream, obviously, but if you have requests, I'll take them there. I'll probably do a special Discord group specifically for my followers. So, or for my Patreon patrons. God, words are hard. Where people can put in suggestions and requests. And then there's 3 different levels of patronage. So, you know, it's totally up to you as to what you want to do, what kind of engagement you want, so on and so forth. You know, this is the first time I noticed this. You will send enemy pics it before and after the floor was jacked back up. Whoa, what's going on? Patty? What happened? Ooh. But yeah, sorry. I just noticed on this particular croquis, she's missing a pinky finger. I mean, it's fine. Also, I'm going to try not to be distracted by Scott's stream, but once a mod, always a mod. So, every now and again I look down and I'm like, okay, is that something that I need to check out? That's okay. Scott can take care of it from his end. The floor in the garage and the guest room sink. Ah! So I'm assuming you guys had to do like the concrete jack, where they jack it up and then they basically pump concrete in. Ugh, that's awful. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's exactly how it feels. Yeah, it feels very much like sitting in a lovely little cafe somewhere. I've been missing Paris a lot this week. Like, if I hadn't already picked up and moved to Los Angeles, I would be very tempted to just pick up and move to Paris, but that sounds A, very expensive, and B, exhausting, and C, I have 2 cats, and D, the borders are closed because we can't get our shit together. Pardon the language. I try to keep this a clean stream. Seriously, why does she only have 3 fingers? On both sides? Like, unless her pinky is hidden behind the other finger, but... freaks me out, man. Yeah. Yeah, they pumped, yep, drilled holes, pumped in a, ugh. I'd say they need to do that at my apartment, but it's just a quirk now. You see, my door back there, oh, I guess right back there, that's my front door. You can see that it's skewed, like, but I also live in earthquake country now. So, you know, you get what you get, I suppose. All right, look at our lovely model. Drop the opacity down on her as well. So we're going with avant-garde. Cool, cool, cool. And I am going to do my best, actually, to name my layers. That's something that I should just get into the habit of. And this will be... Sure. Cool. Yeah, one more crappy thing. I'm so sorry. That's just frustrating. Okay, so avant-garde means we can get really, really out there. Before I want to get started, like, let's do... I know it's just like the three of us right now, but do we have any requests? So, am I on the right layer? We've got avant-garde. Oh man, you're still waiting on the mortgage company? Oh, that's BS. Do I need to call someone? I will call someone. Makes me so mad. Gotta hydrate. Anyways, yeah, do we have any requests on, like, do we want layers? Do we want, like, big fluffy stuff? A specific fabric? What about a certain style? Like, what elements should I add? What do you think? One thing I may do, which is a little risque, is I think we're gonna keep that really low neckline. Wrong layer. Okay, flowy, cool. So we'll kind of do a plunging neckline here. Because I do like that ease that we have here. Something flowing. Whoa. way. Like getting major Kate Bush vibes right now from Wuthering Heights, like the song Wuthering Heights that she did. So I'm wondering actually if we do shorter sleeves with a lot of volume. Rather than longer sleeves, because then I can make the actual garment a little bit more voluminous. How is this going to be avant-garde? Because we have to push the boundaries, right? So, because that's the whole point of avant-garde, is boundary pushing. First things though, I do kind of want to give her a tam. Nubbin. Kind of looks like a pancake. Aww. Our little oak. Love that kid. Question. Do we bring a little leg into this? Not too much leg. A little bit of leg. Well, I guess if we're doing avant-garde, so we can have like the actual sleeve here. And then like feathers or something. So now she looks a little bit like an angel. Ha! Well, that's okay. It'll change. Beaubaton. Oh yeah. Uh, that was kind of like a whoa. This kind of scenario, right? That's very French. It's magical French. Let's try. Or hmm. We're trying on hats now. Okay, let's look. Okay, I was close. It's a little bit more like a Hershey's Kiss. So it's like... And then... And we've got this kind of interesting thing going on here. I see what's happened. So like I do think I don't want to go exactly like that because you know it's pretty iconic, but I like that style where it kind of is up on one side and then kind of like droops down on the other side. And then we could do like a trio of feathers here. sometimes I love sketches so much that I don't want to do like the line art. So, but I'm going to. I'm going to, okay? Um, and I think for this, I like the idea of it kind of being a wrap dress with just so much volume and like, oops, a belt of some sort. So I think I'm ready for line art. Uh, oh, good. Whew, I'm glad that you guys like it. It's always so worrisome um, to start doing line art because you lose so much of that energy of the sketch. I was watching the artist Austin Hillowat. Um, his name is like Austin Hillebrecht or something, but his handle on Twitch is Austin Hillowat, and he's currently doing character art for Adventurers Pack. And he was working on Emmy's character Fess. And first of all, it looks amazing, but he and I share a similar sentiment that the sketch has just this different life in it that line art doesn't really have. And that's fine. It definitely feels like there's something missing sometimes. Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. And I think he finished it last night. I watched the ending of it, and it's just wow. So I think they'll be getting the art sent to them. So Emmy should be able to send you like high quality. So I know I've used this braided belt technique before. I'm not mad about it. I love it. So So what if I'm using it again? I'm the artist. To be fair, I know. I think maybe I'll switch my schedule up so I stream a little bit later on Mondays. But then people might not be able to come because it's dinner time. And if I do it any earlier, that would be me streaming at like 11 in the morning. Like, that's not a problem for me, but I know that might be a problem for some people. So I think... Oh, shoot. I'm gonna add a new layer for this, like, this craziness. And then I also need to turn down the streamline on my pen. So the streamline, let me show you. It affects, like, so when I move my mouse, or not my mouse, my stylus like this, you can see that's really, really wiggly. But if I turn up the streamline, it's not as intense because it kind of tries to curve with... In my brain, I want to say it's kind of like honey, like it's less viscous. Whereas when streamline is turned down, it's a lot more loose. So it's like, you can get really more intense stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and do that here. The other beauty is now that I turned off, or wow, I made my canvas size smaller, I can do quite a bit more layers. So that means I can hold on to some of my layers that I wasn't really able to before. So like that sketch layer, I really like that sketch, so I'm going to keep it. You know. I did that on a separate layer. You saw me do it. I added a new layer. And then it disappeared. Shoulder layer. Okay. It's okay. It's really fun to do. You know what I kind of want to do? Well, you certainly don't have to try to watch both of us, Patty. I know this is like a delayed reaction, but for some reason I just saw that message. Definitely watch them over me. I mean, it's true. We're both just creating stuff. Like, we're both very chill on Mondays. I mean, I'm chill every day because that's just the nature of being an art Twitch person, but so I'm trying to infuse some more of that texture back in to this piece. And a lot of this will also be accomplished by shading and highlighting. But by doing all these lines, it creates folds, and you can kind of imagine that it's extremely flowy. And of course you have a higher density up here where things are getting cinched in. Ugh, I know. I don't know if it's him or if it's Twitch that has put the limit on, because he was surprised too. So I know this looks really busy right now. I should be able to fix that a little bit. But such is the nature of an early sketch. I'm not particularly sure why I turned into an old-timey radio announcer there for a second, but I suppose that is something that's in my wheelhouse, so. So while I know we won't see this underneath the garment, or underneath those shoulder details, I just feel it necessary to it, like, for it to exist. So, oops. Would it be crazy if I added more belts to this? Or like straps? Like, what if on this shoulder layer And then maybe we're gonna definitely do this in a new layer. I could do a deep V in the back. We don't have that view. I mean, there's something that I kind of like about the idea of this, where it's like there's the flowiness and the extreme like volume of the gown, and then the straps are like trying to contain it. So there's this like push and pull between containment and you know, flow. Yeah, but Becca, that is something that I would totally do in the actual garment. Also, can I just mention to all of you, like, how much I appreciate you taking the time to hang out with me on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays? Like, that really does help significantly. Like, just my mental health is so much better when I stream. And I know a lot of people don't have that experience streaming because they have to deal with a lot of haters and stuff, but or trolls. And every now and again we've had a troll in here, but nothing I couldn't handle. Cool, sure. You may be able to see my crud big tongue from this angle now that I think about it, when my tongue just starts to go. So I'm not staying too rigid on this one. Like, while it does look better with straight lines, I'm not going to be super anal and OCD about it if they're a little wavy. Let's see, I thought I had some things to clean up here. I don't know why, but like, because I have Scott on my phone right now, and he's painting, I feel slightly like I'm competing with him as I'm sketching and stuff, and I was like, stop. And not like competing for views, like literally like, okay, like he's painting pretty fast, I should probably be sketching really fast. It's not how this works, Benjamin. It's not how any of this works. Oh, shoot. So, if I need to do that, then I need to go down here. Do that. Okay. It's time to make a color palette. So I like that dark blue. I like this light blue. Although it totally reads kind of like a bluey gray. Sure. And I love these warm tones in here. I think we can definitely do this as her hair and her skin tone. Oh, look at that color. Although I'm gonna have to do this in steps because there's just, oops, too much to do. Let's see here. We'll use this one. Yeah, what do we think about this color, everybody? I love it. Oh! Wow, how did I miss Lion's Tooth? How are you? That's so weird. My brain is just not functioning today. Thank you for showing up. It's great to have you again. Well, I should put this up for question for those of you who are here. If I were to change my streaming hours on Monday only to either 11 a.m. Monday or 4 p.m. Monday Pacific time. So those of you in Colorado, that's noon and 5 p.m. respectively. See, that hits both at lunch and dinner time out there. $12 is better for you. Oh, so if I did like 11 my time. Okay, that's good to know. Then I have to hop into Adventurers Pack to do some googly-eyed bush trolling. There we go. Yeah, dinner time, it is hard to, it's harder to tune in at dinner time. And then, or after 6 or 7 your time, so that would be about 5. I mean, I haven't really done an evening stream before, so I could do like a Monday night stream. Kind of like an after hours type thing. So I'm just darkening that so I can get in. Actually, I can probably do that. Yes. And then sneak in here and here. Beautiful. Ooh, I love coffee. And that's still like my second cup of coffee from earlier today. But I am my mother's son, so I usually forget that it's there and then it gets cold. That's fine. I don't mind it. Okay. So because the hat and the garment aren't touching, I don't mind putting the hat color layer on this layer as well. And for the hat, I actually kind of think either this... I think I'm going to use the gold color as the belts to make them like an actual gold belt type thing. And for this top, I think that this orange color, it's like a russet orange, not russet. It's a little too orange to be russet orange, but... The other thing that's kind of fun about this is that the Broncos are my grandmother's favorite team, football team. So we're getting kind of like a vintage Broncos feel here. Okay, and now because this belt is part of this underlayer, which if I were to go back and do it again... Actually... Oh, geez, sorry, I just like spat all over myself. That was disgusting. I'm going to go ahead and trace that belt. Apparently on the wrong layer. Oh boy. So once I'm affiliate, I can create emotes for my channel. And I think I might have to have one that just says layer. So y'all can yell at me. Be like, hey, dude, wrong layer. And I'll be like, oh, haha, silly me, thank you everybody. See, I'm glad I'm figuring this out right now and not at the end when I was like, oh man, it would be really nice if these were on different layers. Okay, so that means I can come in here and cancel. We are going to carefully just do this. Cool. Okay. I feel like I need to blend that out just a little bit more. That's better. Okay. Is that too yellow? I think I like the brighter yellow. Yeah. Like, I know it's a little non-traditional. I guess it's kind of like 24 karat gold, like really, really pure gold. And of course, we'll be doing shading and highlighting and texturizing and stuff, so... I just remembered I have D&D Monday evenings, so that wouldn't work. I'll think about a schedule, a new schedule, and what works best for me and you and everyone in between. Also, can I just mention that I love that I took the time to add a fourth finger on this model, and now you can't see them. It wasn't a lot of time, but it's just funny. It's a little bit funny. Okay, before I move on to shading and highlighting and detail work, I'm gonna go ahead and do her shading, like her skin shading and stuff, and then I'll see what I want to add, because I do feel like I want to do something with those like shoulder plumes, but I'm not entirely certain exactly how or what yet. Like I'd like to add some color or something to them, so we'll see. We'll get there when we get there. So I just need to pop back to my line art layer for the body and make sure that that's my, come on, my reference layer. Pop down here and use this for her skin. Yeah, that's a good skin tone. Cool. Boop. Okay. Okay. Well, I can add those details a little bit later. So I'm going to go ahead and start on shading the dress itself and the hat, since that's the layer. Get out my airbrush. Yeah. Okay, so this is gonna sound really, really random, but this color palette reminds me of Batman. Like, anybody else? Is that just me? And I'm not mad about it. It's like Batman Couture. Oh man, this is one of those sleepy pieces. No. This one I'm down with. So I'm just softening some of these shadows, not all of them. Like these ones in particular right here, I want to have bold because they show depth. But the other ones that are kind of just more the more natural highlights, I guess. Okay. Smudgy, smudgy. There we go. Does my little kitten need more attention? Come here. Okay, cat break. Come on. Come on. He just keeps walking around my ankles. Come here. Don't just stare at me. Come on. Good boy. He needs attention. Isn't that right? Okay. You can lay in my lap as long as you don't bother my sketching. And I know you well enough to know that you're on her body. Come on, clipping mask. Oh, you're gonna make my arm fall asleep. To which then he replies with digging his claws in to get comfortable. he is indeed a silly cat. I love him to pieces, but... What are you doing? Ow. I literally have no idea what he's trying to do. He's like crawling up on my desk. Oh, did you find something you wanted to play with? I see. Okay. See, the thing is, Rowan is not little. He's robust. That's what I'll call him. To be clear, he's not, well, he's a little fat. Yeah. Like, he will... Oh, sorry, lady. You messed up your lipstick. Like, he will make your arm fall asleep if he lays on it for too long. But right now, he's just laying on my table, purring. Yeah, it is like a twilight blue. I love this color. It's just, it's so pretty. I'm tempted to add some, like, streaks of color in the gown itself. Like some of the green. I wonder what would happen. And then let's take that green. Come on. And oh, Rowan, those paws, buddy. I need to cut them again. Okay, but what I want... Oh, Rowan, okay. Sorry. No, don't like that. Okay, well, I don't like that. But what... Like, maybe... Ooh, what do we think about that? That was this like fade from green up to the blue. And then maybe do the same kind of thing up in the sleeves. So I kind of want even darker on this bottom edge. What do you think, Collyn? Oh, thank you, Patty. Oh, okay, buddy. Bye. Oh, Rowan. Yeah, so we like the green. I think that means I should bring in some green up into like the feather shoulder layer, but I'm gonna do it just kind of underneath the black and just whoa. And then I think COVID tail. Is that a little Pikachu? Oh, that's adorable. Well, thank you, Danny. So I'm gonna do something a little cuckoo. Where is it? It's under spray paints. That's too big. And spray the hem of it black, but with those little just along this bottom edge. Do I like it? I don't like the big flex. Oh, well, have a nice way, or have a nice time outside. Yeah, have a nice time outside. It's hot out here still. Like, I burned my little feet off yesterday. I went out to check the mail barefoot. Don't do it. It's right, like, 2 steps from my front door. And it was still too hot. Yeah, I like those specs better. Okay. So we're going to do the same thing up here. But smaller. And here. And then do the flicks. There we go. Yeah, I like that. Ouch. Okay, hydration time. Okay, that's enough on the dress. Except I think I just realized I need to smudge the legs a little bit. Cool. So I'll start on this layer here. And I guess for this one I'll do the shadows, because I like to do the shadows before I do the highlights. Yeah, that's what I thought too, Lions Tooth. Thank you. I always love to see where these things go. Like, I never... I never really have a clue until I get there. And it's like, oh, cool. Okay. I can't hear my music at all. Oh, what's this song? Let's just get rid of that song. Where did that come from? Ooh, that was... made me nervous. So I just shaded the edges there to make it seem less stark. And then I'll come back and do the highlights in a little bit. Okay. Wrong layer. Burp. Burp. So I'm going to go ahead and add a layer above the other belts. And by reference, I mean clipping mask, not reference. And first, make sure I do all the over-unders here. And now I can go in just with a slightly thinner airbrush. And of course, I'll do the edges of these as well. I don't know, I have like such an order of operations that I do things in, where it's like, okay, so first I do this shade, and then I do this shading. This is seriously one of my favorite steps. Highlighting and shading. Like, yes. I could do that all day long. Okay. That really just makes everything pop. Like, don't you think? And of course, the highlights just make it pop even more. Also, I love how I stopped naming my layers, like, halfway through this stream. And I was like, I'm gonna be better about this, and then... like, I know myself better. I'll go back and rename them in just a little bit, though. Maybe after I'm done with the last braid, before I do any more shading on it. No, we're gonna do this. Oh, but I don't want to name all of these. Okay. Belt line art. Belt fill layer. Belt shade. Shoulder color. Strap fill. Strap shade. I know this part is not the particularly interesting part, but this is outfit shade. Croquis fill. Croquis shade. Oh, thank you, Patty. Yeah, I really like this one too. Okay, back to the belt. Oh, and actually, just one moment. had I had one of those moments where I thought I left something out. I didn't. My brain has been way more like ADD during all of this coronavirus stuff. I'm not loving it. How about you guys? Have you guys been having like cognitive problems since coronavirus, quarantine, and such? It's like I definitely have. I find I forget words more often, and you know. Ooh. Let's plug this bad boy in. One moment while I go get my charger. Well, hello, Mother. Welcome, welcome. You're catching me, not really at the end. I'd say I'm in a almost midpoint of this piece. So I'm turning this, which is one of Grandma Douthit's pieces, and this is what I have so far. You know, it's not perfect, the source material, but I'm going with whatever, you know, whatever I want to do. So okay. So what I need to do now is come in with a slightly larger brush. What have you been up to? And how are you, by the way? Sorry. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just knocking off these edges because I want this to seem more like a braided cord. Yeah, it went into a different direction than I thought too, Becca, but y'all said avant-garde, and this is a little bit avant-garde, but have a great dinner. Thank you so much. I love you. Watch, or say hello to the family for me. Have a good dinner. So it's okay to blend some of this out because I'll be able to pop it back up with highlights. But I want to make sure that it seems rounded, if you will. Mailed tons of packages with old projects in them. Shredded 30 pounds. Whoa! Of old papers. That's amazing, Mom. Great work. I'm glad that you came by, though. That makes me happy. I always love having you in the audience. Because, like, even though I can't be there in person, it's nice to feel like I have family and friends here with me. Okay, so I like to use the pencils for highlights. Like, for some reason, oh, but I need a different layer. Let's see. Clipping mask, and we're going to call this belt highlights. Yeah, I bet. Yay, art tomorrow. Yeah, there's a lot to shred, I'm sure. Hmm. Okay, let's try this. Oh. Hmm. It's not really the texture I wanted. Da, 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 da. I guess I'll go with the airbrush. I don't normally... Well, I guess I do sometimes. So I'm trying to focus the highlight on the top portion of these chords, essentially. That way, it makes that illusion of them being round even more apparent. And I'm even doing a little bit of highlighting on the things that are kind of in shadow here. Because it doesn't mean that there's no light reflecting off of them, you're just going to see less of it. Yeah, because I'm kind of imagining something really ostentatious and like it's gold, darling, you know? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just turned it up a little bit more today. So hopefully it's not too loud for you. So you can see I'm actually even being a little bit more tender with the highlights that are more in shadow. So like you can still see, nope, I've got to go with Dad to pick up his workbench, cabinet, and cabinet. Cabinets and cabinets. It's okay, have a great time picking those up. Just both of you, please be careful. Lift with your legs, not with your back. Okay. But lots of love to you guys. Ugh. Yeah, please be careful though when you carry them in. I don't want you guys to get hurt. Look at these highlights. Yum. Hold on, I need to answer a question. It's weird to be on my own stream and also watching Scott's. So let's do this one now. So I'm probably going to blur this layer to just make it really like glowy. Because you can still see some of these like harsh edges and stuff. And so there's a different tool. Like I don't actually have to use the blur, like the smudging tool. It's just called blur. It'll just kind of smear everything uniformly. There we go. Jeez, see, again, one of those moments of brain can't brain. Okay, I swear I plugged this in, but I think it might be draining power at an almost equal rate to it being like it's draining at an equal rate as it's charging, I guess. Yeah, and Patty is all about those AP points. So I'm just listening to the end of Scott's. Okay. So this layer I'm going to blur. You can totally hear him on my stream now. Okay, so let's see. How do I do this? Oh. Did that work? Yeah, sure. Yeah, that worked enough. Wow, you can see the difference between these straps and that top strap. For new So I'm going to give this the same treatment as I did the other one. Here we go. So I think for the hat, I'm going to go up here and, well, actually it's the outfit. The outfit and the hat is going to be the outfit and hat highlight. Boom. Oh, hi, Lazy Gothy. Welcome. I know Scott just rated Critical Bard, which was a very smart decision on his part. I think I already talked to Scott about that on over the weekend, so. Yeah, Patty definitely has like a bird-like color. This is definitely going a different way than I expected, but I like it. Okay, that was too much highlight. Ugh. Too much. Take it back. Here we go. Oh, hello, Fire Garnet Snake. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the party. We are having a grand old time. I'm going to show you the inspiration image, excuse me, and then I'll show you what I'm working on. So this is the inspiration image. This is a piece by my grandmother, and that has turned into this. So, found in this piece. So, you know, yeah, my little bird lady here. So now I'm on my favorite stage, which is the highlight and, well, I already did the shadow, but I'm adding definition with highlight. So lines 2, did I see? Yes, you color in estate birds. Coloring book with gel pens. That sounds like fun. So I'm just trying to add the slightest bit of definition with these highlights. This isn't a particularly reflective material in my mind. And most of this highlight would be centered around like the waist and hip area anyway. Ah! Too much. Okay. So I'm just trying to add a little bit of texture. Just a tidbit. Okay. I wanted to bring the green up into here, and I know this is the highlight layer, but I don't care. Yes, and I try to get the bird feather pattern. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's cool that you're doing that, though. Stop being like that. Thank you. Hey, Adventures Pack, Scott, you. Cthulhu looks amazing. By the by. Ooh, I wonder if this works. I don't know if this works. Hold on. I might have to... Does this work? I bet it doesn't. Oh, no. No. In fact, then it times it into something completely different. Well, Adventurers Pack is my good friend Scott, and most of you who are watching come from there, so you know a lot about it. But those of you who might not know, I know I tried to give you a shout out, so I'll just have to do it manually by using my mouth and words, but words are hard. So, yeah, so they're my good friends over at Adventurers Pack, and they are a bunch of nerdy friends who do a lot of different things. So Sunday they do the Pack Plays, where they do a playthrough of a game. Right now they're doing The Forest, which is spooky and scary, and it's not good for anxiety. Mondays at 1 p.m. Pacific, they do Painting in Place, or Scott does Painting in Place. And on Fridays, it's the Gauntlet, which is a group of adventurers who are going through the Gauntlet, where they are fighting every monster from the Monster Manual in order of challenge rating and alphabetized. So yeah, and that's a whole cast of a bunch of people, and Sundays the cast is Scott and Josh. Oh, hi Rowan. Welcome back to my lap. Oh, hi Mike, thank you. I'm enjoying myself, and now I have a cat on my arm again. And those of you who wondered, I do now have a Discord channel if you want to pop in. The links are... Oh, this one I can do. I actually have this one set up. Boop. So I have a Discord server, and I also now have a Patreon. I've been sitting on that Patreon for about a year, and I never did anything with it. And now I did, so... Ta-da! Okay, Rowan, buddy. Let's move you this direction. Mr. Chonkers. Again, I love my cats, but they make it very difficult to get work done sometimes. So I think I'm going to add some of this blue tone to the feathers underneath this one. We'll see if this starts to get too crazy. Of course it does that right when I... Like, to me, it's just like plumage, you know? Oh, yes, 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 yes. I go ahead and clean up that little bit. There we go. That looked fun. Yeah, so by the way, we tried a new poll system. I learned how to do that today in Streamlabs, and it kind of worked. So I hope I can figure it out more now. Oh, thanks, Patty. I like this too. Okay. How do I... Okay. Cats, man. I'm just cleaning my screen a little bit. Cool. There's that. This is going to be my reference layer. Let's add 2 more. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Okay, so first, let's do this. I'm going to need a name for this one. She could live on your wall. Aw, that's very sweet. I will be adding, hopefully soon, prints and stickers to my website. So I'm gonna have a whole area devoted to But Make It Fashion. So I'm gonna do prints and stickers at this point, and there's other things that I can do, but I figure for funsies, that's enough. Let's do the gold. And yeah, Sunday plumage. That's what we're gonna call it. Yeah, that's too chunky. Let's make it just a little bit smaller. And for those who ask, I never sign my name the same way twice. Like, it's... So that's today's sketch. Sunday plumage, inspired by this piece right here. I think she looks pretty dang good. Love her. Love her to pieces. And before I forget, I am going to save this image. Cool. Now, who wants to see the finished result from Friday, which was the red dragon? Because I realized I didn't finish it on stream, and then I never posted anything else about it. Boom. This is the finished red dragon, which apparently I liked to do. I've done a very similar background 2 in a row. That's fine. It is what it is. Yeah, oh, thank you guys. Yeah. I really like how she ended up. I know it was kind of touch and go there for a second, but okay, I have to, even though this is very thin, it still makes my hands sweat. Oh well. Yeah, at first I had no idea where this one was going to go. And then once I got the bodice, like I erased the original bodice because I just thought it looked very ice skatery. It transformed the whole thing. Like I want to make this one. I absolutely want to make this one. So this is probably going to be in my wheelhouse of things I want to make. Again, I might put this as a goal on like my Patreon or something, because this one is going to be an expensive one to make. Like, it just is. There's going to be probably some latex involved. Of course, corsetry stuff. A wig. Yeah, so if you guys want to see any of these images and any of the like old ones, I did do a gallery on my Discord that's just But Make It Fashion sketches. So I'm now posting all of them there once I am finished. I do try to post these on my Instagram and TikTok as well. However, I'm not always good at doing that. So, you know, at least with having just one thread on Discord devoted to these, then I feel like I'm much better suited to actually remembering to do it. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. So Wednesday, yeah. What the heck? Don't come in and do this stuff. Anyways, see the band hammer, no one is safe from my band hammer in my stream or somebody else's. So on Wednesday, I'm going to be taking some work from Scott. If he sends images to me, he has yet to do so. So if he sends some images to me by Wednesday, then I'll be doing some of his artwork on Wednesday and creating something out of that. And if not, then I'll be working on something from my uncle, and, you know, we'll see where that goes. And let's see, so that leaves us Monday, right? That's the final day of the month. God, that stresses me out. I don't... Ugh. So yeah, so on Monday I'll do something else art related, and then in September we're going to start the Broadway musicals mashed with Broadway stars, and basically do a mix and match thing. And I think how I decided how I want to do it is I'm going to create a list, and I'll do a random number generator to basically mush two things together. And then I'm going to take the original Broadway musical poster and use that as my inspiration for the outfit. So we'll see how this goes. I'm a little nervous, but I'm also pretty excited about it. So I'll create a list by Monday, because that's when I'll probably pick the one for Wednesday. And then it gives me a good day and a half to do research on what I want to do. So I hope you all have a good day. I'm done streaming for the day. I'm gonna end with the new piece. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. It's always a pleasure to have you in the audience. Please don't forget to follow any of my socials up in the chat. You'll see there's a whole bunch of different ones now. And also come see me on Wednesday at the same time, 2 p.m. Pacific, as we do more art but make it fashion. And then Friday is D&D but Make It Fashion, and I've already forgotten which one I'm doing on Friday, so I need to look it up again. So, anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. Take care, stay healthy.